Hello and welcome back to my channel, Sandra's Garden Allotment. This week I'm at home still, so I just want to show you what I'm doing today, update on the seeds, sow some more seeds and just really potter around in the garden. Right, I just want to show you some more stuff now I'm going to sow. It's now April, so I want to start off some cucumber. These were from the what I got from B&Q. Cucumber dar is the make. So with these, they are flat. I'll show you and how to sow those. Want to grow some lettuce, some cos lettuce. So this is Roman balloon style lettuce. Got that free with a magazine. Tomato time. So want to start some of these off. These are the Crimson Blush F1, but the Crimson Blush is a really nice tasting tomato. So I want to grow them. And everyone's talking about these honeycomb tomatoes, little cherry ones, and they taste really sweet like honeycomb. So I'm really excited to grow those. And I want to direct sow some carrots as well. I grew sweet peas in them last year, but I've put it into this year. But it's quite deep. It's not that big because I don't want to have like loads because I don't want to grow loads at my mum's. But I thought for how deep the pot is, really good for the taproot. Now with carrots, you don't want to pot them on. You don't want to sow them into trays and then thin them out and pot them on because they are taproot. Their roots need to be sown where they're going to grow because they're taprooted. If you pot them on and then put them into their place of growing, because the roots need to be as straight as possible, which is why I'm going to fill that with compost and direct sow the carrots in there. Another dahlia plant that came up that wasn't up the other week, so I've put that on. 2 more of my cosmos flowers there, and the onions I just put into one tray there. But look, these are my strawberries. They're all coming up. That one's a bit of a misfire, but yeah, strawberry seeds are coming. So the first off is the cucumbers. Now, as I said before, with these seeds, like 1 or 2 plants is enough because you get so many cucumber seeds. But if I just show you, those are what the seeds look like. Now, if you pop that seed on, see that, flat down into the soil, because it's flat, there's a good chance, it's blown away, it's a good chance that the seed could rot because the water lies on it. So really, you don't really know what side's up or down, but you want to pop them downwards, so pointing down. So I'm going to do a row in there. So don't lie them flat, lie them pointing up. So I just pop these on and then I'll show you what I mean. Now can you see these are pointing up? They're not laying flat. So I'm sowing 5. So I just want to push these down now into the soil. Like that. Push them right in. And now I can cover those up with some compost. However, I just want to sow the rest of the seeds and then I'll cover it all up with compost. done some radish as well. So I've got my radish, my honeycomb, my crimson blush, my lettuce balloon, and my cucumber. So I'm just going to bottom water this now, and this is going to stay on the windowsill until it germinates, about 10 to 14 days, and hopefully strawberries will come along. Look, he wants to come out. Oh, come out. Come on in. Come on in. You been asleep? Come on in. See? He's fickle sometimes. Do you want to come out? He has to think about it. No, I think she's just going to sit there. Right now, just going to check for slugs and at the bottom of here first. Going to put some compost in there for my carrots. Those are the carrots. Best to put it in your hand first, and you can control where they're going. So I'm going to sow them quite thickly because you can always prick them out, because some of these might not germinate. But it's only a small pot, so I don't want to do too many. And then when you put them back in the seed packet, if any drop out, it will go on the soil. Quite difficult getting them back. There you go. And these are the Nance Fives carrots. So hopefully they'll look something like the picture. And then what you want to do is just tap them down a bit to make sure they've got contact with the soil and there's no gaps. They're not floating, because that's the way they germinate. Good contact with the soil there. And just sprinkle a thin layer on the top just to cover them up. Tuck them in and just pat that down. Very thin layer there. There you go. Thin layer there on the top, and hopefully, because it's quite long, see, look, the water's coming out the bottom now. It's nice. It means it's nice and moist. And then going to cover that. I'm going to show you. You don't have to. It doesn't need light to germinate, but I don't want any cats or anything to dig in here for a toilet. Right, I'm going to leave them there, but I just put a couple of planks of wood there just to stop anyone digging in it, because it doesn't really need light to germinate at the moment. But once obviously the seedlings come up and they're germinated, I take the wood off. Just a bit of way to protect them, really. I've found a couple of slugs at the bottom of these, and they've nibbled the tops of the slug trail. So I've got rid of them. So I don't know. I think that's a weed. I don't know. They're going to come back up again. Bleeding slug. Tell you. I've just got these in water now, just to soak them up. See, they're already soaked. Water's coming out to the top. Easier to bottom water than it is from the top, because you don't want the seeds that you've just sown, if you water from the top, to sink too further down and they can't see the light to germinate. They on my salad bed. So those are my spinach. They're coming along. My spring onions intersown with radish. They're all coming up now. They was all sagging before last week. Red frills, red army. They're doing really well in between the radishes. So that's coming on really nice. And the sweet peas, just give this a good water. They're sort of bushed out a bit, and as you can see, got tendrils on them. And you can see how they're gripping on now to the bars. And you just want to sort of help them along a bit and say, here you go. You grip onto that. So a little tendril there. It will find that soon and grip onto that. And yeah, that should be a nice display. I'm going to sow some more potatoes, because that's what these are for. Right, these are my main crop potatoes. I've got a few left in there, 5 left, but put 4 potato bags. So that's my main crop. These are my salad ones. These will come up first in June, July, September, October, hopefully to Christmas. These ones. But it doesn't matter if they get muddled up because the green shoots that come up will start dying back and go yellow. But I'll show you that as and when it happens. And then these will be green for longer and they will start dying back. But yeah, quite happy with that. Run out of bags though. But I've got a few more of the first earlies as well and the main crop here. I might just take over to my mum's and plant them in hers because they're better in the ground. I just want a few in pots to keep me going really. I want to try an experiment. These are the others all died, by the way. These are the rest of my sweet peppers. Now, they're pretty dying. These two are green. Don't think they're going to come to anything, but I'm going to leave them, give them a chance. So I need to re-sow some sweet peppers because they were a disaster. Remember these? I'm going to sow some more of these. But I want to try something. I'm going to do a test. You see in here, I've got some peppers seeds. Now these, I bought a pack from the local Sainsbury's, any supermarket will do. But I thought I'd save some seeds. So I pricked out some seeds. I got loads of them, left them for dry a couple of days. I want to sow some of these against some. I think this is like £2 for like 6 or 7 peppers in a bag, and this was £3 or £4 for some seeds. I want to do a trial run of how would these germinate well and grow against these. So I want to do a comparison and show you throughout if you could sow seeds from ordinary vegetables from the supermarket or the good stuff. So with these, I don't know if they're F1s or what variety of peppers these are as well. So a bit of a mystery. But yeah, I thought it'd be a bit fun to do a bit of a test. So here I've just got a tray of 15. Can't do equal amounts. I'm going to do more of the shop bought ones against my normal seeds. So just put some compost in there. Trusty dipper. Dip that in. If I didn't say this before, guys, really good to get one of these. Gives you the whole straight away. So what I want to say first is these shop bought seeds. So I'm going to try and do a couple in each, just in case they don't germinate. I can always prick them out. Yeah, look, I've got loads from one. This is from a red pepper. So I've done 9. I've done 2 per cell because I don't know about the viability of the seeds. So there's shop bought ones. I'm going to label those up, and the normal seed ones in those 2. So I'm going to have 6 of those. Right, there you go. I've just done 1 of each of this packet in those ones. Those are the supermarket ones. That's going to cover them up and give them a water. Right, so just label them up. Those are, just put I said shop peppers. Those and those are my sweet peppers seed. So I know which ones. But yeah, let's test these out, guys, and I'll do the testing for you and see is it worth it, or is it best to buy the real McCoy from the garden centre? Who knows? But yeah, I think that's quite a good test. Let me know, guys, in the comment if there's any other seeds or comparisons you want me to sow versus shop bought seeds to seeds from the garden centre. If I've got them seeds available from, if I've got any of the seeds in here, and you want me to test them out with shop bought, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to do that experiment, and we can follow along and see how it goes. Now, as you remember, we did some seed snails a few weeks ago. Just want to give you an update on that. The basil growing up nicely, and look at the cosmos. Now, I should have really sown the seeds a bit deeper so that it gets so leggy. but they've been reaching for the light. So what I want to do is pop them on. Got 6 here. I know I got loads, but I want to pot on 6 cosmos into this tray here. So I just want to show you now on the seeds now how you would get them out and pot them on. Right, there you go. Take off the rubber band and label. I'm going to use that in my tray. And then all you need to do is just unravel it and the seeds there, what you're saying, will come apart. Just gently tease it. Can't believe how moist it still is. I haven't really watered this. It's quite long, isn't it? Unravel. There you go. So you can then easily just pick these out now and put them on. But yeah, that's how to unravel the seeds now. The compost off. I'm going to bear this quite deep. So pop that on in the tray. There you go. First one potted on. Just going to do 5 more into these pots and I'll get back to you. There you go. All 6 of them potted on. Not bad. And I've got quite a few left. So I'm going to pop these on into another pot. There you go. Just done the rest of the 5 that I found. That one's a bit leggy, but once these grow a bit, I'm going to keep potting them up until the top. But I put all of them in that one and individually in that one. And then you've got the soil left. You can put that back in your potting compost and reuse. Right, now I've got these in the garden centre when I got my sweet potatoes. £1 a bulb, not even a pound, well, it's 150. Well, 3 bulbs for £4. But these are the orange double begonias. So just potted on some soil. I just want to put it in this nice little terracotta pot. But you can see they're already starting to. Do you definitely know which way's up? This one. There you go. A little shoot there. So that is the way those 3 go. And I thought I'll just pop them on into there and cover them up. Right, so that's it for this week's video. Hope you like the experiment on the sweet peas, the sweet peppers. Just thought it's a fun experiment to do. Shop bought seeds versus garden centre seeds. I'll do the experiment so you don't have to. See what they come up like. So that's exciting. And also before I go, I've put a post on my channel, a poll asking a question about doing a live Q&A with you. So let me know if that's something you guys want to do. I'm thinking of doing it sort of beginning of May or end of this month, end of April. If you'd like to have a live chat with myself, we can answer some Q&As, just have a general catch up on what everyone's doing on the channel and what you're doing in your gardens. So I appreciate your votes and the majority will win. So if your majority say no, then I won't do one. But I thought it'd be quite nice to get to know you guys and my subscribers. So head over to my channel, onto my page on the post tab and click on yes or no, vote to do a live. And I will see you next week.